Hey, Kat. I figured I had to drive a little ways, so I figured I'd just stream driving to the trail and then probably ride for an hour or something. So that'll make the stream a little longer than just an hour. And it's pretty mountains, so nice drive. Uh-huh. Oh, it wasn't using my mic for some reason. Now it's using wireless mics. There shouldn't be as much car sound. Forgot I was gonna eat something before I went live also while I was driving. So I can also get the mic and sit it further away so you don't have to hear chomping noises. I was left early. I spent the whole day converting my tire to tubeless. So I didn't really have time to eat dinner, so I thought I'd just eat a snack, and then I'll eat dinner once I pick Farrell up. Hi, fish. Good. Yeah, other than, is it loud enough? Because I put the mic further away from me. It was really, really easy, except for I double checked to try to make sure I didn't do it, and then I still put the tire on the wheel backwards. And then I looked at it for a while and was thinking about just leaving it. No, so if I have a flat, I'll just have to put a tube in it or walk back. Today, I'll be close enough. I'm planning on if I have a flat, I'll just walk back to the car. There's nothing really to, I mean, I might get a flat after saying this, but there's nothing really to run over where I'm going. Like, I've never got a flat there. And the thing seems to be holding air. It leaked down just a little bit after I might need to ride more. I rode it up and down the road in front of our house to try to get the sealant to spread around in there and seal up all the holes. But then I checked it after that, and it seemed like it had leaked down a couple pounds. So It might leak down a little bit while I'm riding, but I can just air it up enough with the pump on my bike. Yeah. The other day I couldn't decide if I wanted to or not, but then I was reading about it, and it seemed like most people on the internet said that you can ride over blackberry bushes and it'll seal up holes that small. And that's why I always get flat. So, or either the tube breaks off at the valve stem, and this should solve both of those problems. If it works even half as good as people... No, I had a tubeless tire already. And I bought rim tape, and then when I got the tire off where I could see the rim tape I had better, the rim tape says it's tubeless on it. It says it's tubeless really, really small, and you couldn't see all of it. So I didn't even need to buy rim tape. So I thought the rim tape I bought might be better than what's already on the rim, but I figured I'd just see how it works. So I didn't stick any more rim tape on. So if it's already set up, all I had to do was put the valve stem in and put the sealant in. Because I already had the rim tape and the tubeless tire. So I didn't do the back because I didn't want to spend the time doing that today. And it's, not leaking, but I'll probably go ahead and do the back because it's really, really easy. Especially since I don't need to as long as the front rim tape that's already on there works good. Yeah, the stuff on my rims looks kind of thin and stuff, and I couldn't really tell but it looked really wide, like it covers the whole rim, but I thought, well, air might leak through it if it's not made for tubeless. And then after, I got home and bought rim tape and looked at it better, I was like, oh, okay. Because it definitely says tubeless on the rim tape. Oh, and logarithm. It was actually... It was actually really easy to set it up. I put the tire on backwards and got it all seated, and then went to put it back on the bike and was like, well, crap. Because I tried to make sure it was... I double-checked to make sure I was putting it on the right way, and then I think I turned the rim around one time after that. And then I went to put it on the bike, and Yeah, and that wasn't too messy, because I poured it in the tire, then I had to take the tire off and turn it around and put it back on, and I did all of that and I didn't spill any of it. Some ran out along the rim when I was unseating it and stuff, but it was actually really, really easy because I didn't spill it all over the place, and that was even putting the tire on backwards and then having to take it off. It was kind of annoying having to take it off and make sure I held it up where the sealant wouldn't pour out. But yeah, it was super easy. I just stuck the whole tire on and just had one little part about 3 inches of the bead still off, and poured the sealant in there, and then put it on, and then aired it up with the air compressor. It might have been annoying trying to hold it up and all that and pump it if I only had a floor pump, but the air compressor made it super, super easy. So now, since I did one and I know what I'm doing, it'll probably only take me like 10 minutes to do the back. So I was kind of thinking about doing the back and waiting until I get a flat and have to take the tube out and then you wait until then to do it. But I'll probably be way more likely to get a flat with a tube, and I don't really want to get a flat just out in the middle of the trail and have to deal with it and then like patch a tube or put another tube in. So I'll probably just go ahead and convert the back before the tube gets a hole in it. As long as, after I ride a few times to make sure the front actually holds and doesn't leak air too much. Looking forward to the least, trying to make sure I put it on right. So I was like pretty happy when I found out the tape already on was tubeless tape, and so as long as it works great, then the back will be like super easy. It's kind of cool that the bike just came tubeless ready. I guess maybe they put tubes in it just in case whoever buys it doesn't want tubeless setup. It seems weird that it comes tubeless and they, in it. Which actually, it probably just depends on whoever is buying it brand new, how they want it set up. So they probably just do tubeless tires, and then the bike store just asks the people. I would assume maybe what they do. Yeah. I haven't priced them, but I figured tubeless tires are more expensive, so you'd think they would put cheaper tires on, like Specialized, like whatever tires they sold, it would. And, rim tape and stuff. But maybe they're not any more expensive or not much more, and then it's just easy for you to set it up. I guess they can sell it tubeless ready, and it's still a selling point for somebody that wants tubeless tires. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So they at least put tubeless tires on it, just for at least for the selling point. That makes sense. Tires are kind of expensive, so like a higher end bike, it's just I guess some people just aren't going to buy it if, or they can't, maybe can't sell the bike for as much if someone has to buy it and then immediately go buy new tires and put them on it. I mean, the traffic kind of sucks here this time of day. Hi, Sarah. It is a car ride right now. It's the car ride to the mountain bike trails. Oh my. Oh well, I guess he can. I hope you're doing good today. Misleading title. Alright, I made it. This place is weird. The right lane there is an HOV lane. So you're not supposed to get over until right at the intersection if you want to get on the interstate. But you can't. Yeah. Most of them are. It's like boring. Right here is quite a few colorful cars in front of us. But, like, most of them are, like, some shade of gray. Like silver or gray or black. At least, like, newer ones. Like, if you look at, like, the really brand new cars, it seems like... That's just right turn. Alright, I mean this one. And I thought it would only take me like 30 minutes to get there. I'm not gonna have that much time to ride. It's taking forever just to get through those couple of intersections to get onto the interstate, and then here. I mean, I can still, worst case, ride like 45 minutes or something, which will be enough time to at least do a few trails there. Yeah, it's really pretty. You can see the mountains here. Oh yeah, Fish and Logarithm. I'm going to Duthie Hill, which is the place. You've both ridden that? I couldn't really go. This isn't super, super close, but there shouldn't be traffic going. I'll be going back into town, kind of, where anywhere else this late in the day, if I'm picking up Errol, I can't really go, because then the traffic's going to be just too bad trying to get back to this side of town and pick her up. Yeah. That's the first place I ever tried mountain biking and streaming once I got my GoPro, where it didn't work, but that's when I was using the GoPro app. I've streamed one other time there since I had my Bella box, and it was pretty good. Because it's kind of just in the edge of town. Like there's it's kind of on the edge of the metro. Like there's a lot of woods there because there's it, and it borders another park. But there's also a bunch of subdivisions around. Also, it's kind of the side of town that they're building out and building subdivisions. So it's out in the woods, but just barely. There's half woods and half right beside the city. I don't know if any of us had service, good service when we were there, but there's an AT&T tower, right at the trailhead. So there's at least good AT&T service. Wait, do you not ever see Cybertrucks? You see a lot of them here. Like, I know I saw at least one earlier. I usually see at least 2 or 3 every time I go out. Well, I mean, I know you live way out in the middle of nowhere, but I guess you said the closest town is pretty small also, so I guess you probably don't really see any, yeah. Because they are pretty expensive. But you see quite a few here. Oh, great. That's what Saria said pretty, like... Hi, chicken. It's not mountain biking. It's, this is driving to the mountain bike trails. I'm almost there. If you wait a few more minutes, they'll be mountain biking. Yeah, I mean, this metro area is a lot of really high income people. I guess so. So you see a lot of expensive cars here, like a bunch of Cybertrucks and a bunch of Porsches and, you know, all kinds of stuff. How are you doing today, chicken? So hopefully, I haven't ever come here this time of day. Hopefully there's actually parking. There's a pickup truck with mountain bikes on it right behind me. You are... The only person that watches me that rivals you is Dan, but Dan's not a mod. So you are the biggest troll in the mods and the second biggest troll of the stream. Oh, there's quite a bit of parking over there. I would prefer not. I mean, I guess if you have to. Hi, Fifi. Meowdy. Let's see. We'll make random clips so you can get badge. Wait, there's a badge you can get for making clips? Yeah, I don't know about this either. Oh, well, that's appreciated. I mean, I don't mind some trolling. Well, I mean, trolling's fine if you know the person's trolling. You chicken have, I've thought you were serious like multiple times before, and then I found out you were trolling. Um, I want to, I don't, if the trolling is so much that I don't know if, check your Twitch, you might see it, touch your... Yeah, so like, Chicken, you have trolled to the point where sometimes I don't know if you're trolling or full on lying. Because too much trolling kind of turns into full on lying-ish. But that also might just be my personal aesthetic. If I feel like I can still believe the person and I can tell when they're trolling or not, then the trolling doesn't really bother me. Dan's trolling sometimes gets a little TTS spammy, and it starts annoying me hearing TTS read it out. But he always makes sure that he's trolled me with some stuff, and I started believing it, where I thought he was being serious, and he'll like make sure he tells me he's serious. So like I don't really mind that, because he still seems trustworthy. Like I know what to believe. Wait, so touching grass one. So is it making clips in IRL streams? Like one? Let's see. I got all this stuff. I'll carry it back there. I assume so. Oh, interesting. Nice. I haven't seen that yet either, but I don't know that I've watched anybody IRL streaming lately. I need to go find someone IRL streaming and make a clip to do that. It'd be fun to farm the badge, even if I don't really... I kind of like collecting badges, even if I don't end up using them. Right, I'm gonna go walk over and use the restroom, and then I'll come back and actually I'll hook up all my stuff first, and then I'll do that and then go use the restroom and then come back and take my bike off, and then we can get going. What? Oh, tree content, because I just have it still pointing that way. What's happening? Hello. Alright, chat. You can stay right here. Wait, did they really? Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, hello. Yeah, the stream preview thing was like the only thing worthwhile that Twitch has added in like years. So that's really stupid if they took that off. Like, I feel like that's the only feature they've added in a really, really long time that I actually used. Aftershocks. Yeah, it's really nice. You can click on a bunch of different streams really fast and decide like who you want to watch. I browse the Beat Saber category and sometimes other VR games and stuff. Oh, so there's a sign over by the bathrooms that says caution recent cougar sightings. So I'm going bike riding at a place that has caution recent cougar sighting signs. That sounds exciting. I didn't know there'd be cougars here because it's pretty close, like it's kind of in town. Kind of crazy. We've seen a bear, maybe I'll see a cougar today. I don't know if I want to, but maybe I'll see one. Alright, what else? What else do I need to do? Oops. I brought my Velcro strap today. I was talking about this last stream, so I can strap my cables onto my helmet so it won't pull on the connectors quite as much. Alright, so run this through. And then run this through. I really should get see, right now this is what I've just done. Is a Velcro very rarely reaches. It's just the first strap I found. I really should maybe get a plastic one that'll just stick to the back of the helmet and that I can clip and unclip the stuff fast. Show you this kind of tight. I should run the plug up through that if I can. No, I don't. This is just, it says Mammoth on it. I guess it's for a headlamp. It was just a strap I found in the garage. But yeah, I could get some double-sided Velcro, I guess, and that would work. It'll probably work better than what I'm doing. Alright, okay, give me a minute. I'll be right back. I gotta hook this phone mic up to the Velovox. Very cool. I think everything is good now. Oh, I was like, what the heck is that noise? That's because this app is playing my stream. I could hear the just background noise. I'll just, thank you. Let's see, I think it looks good, camera angle and everything. So cool. Just the ones we did before. I'll probably ride Boot Camp first. It's the easy one, and it's a good one. There's no like really hard hills, so it's really easy to, a good one to warm up your legs on. My knees are really, really stiff. Like they don't feel that great right now because I rode a lot. Well, rode enough the other day. Well, I did all that Fitbit. I did all that Fitbit and got sore, and then bike rode, and then yesterday I did no leg workout. All I did was play Beat Saber, which I just stand up still on my legs. Like, see recent cougar activity in the area. So I forgot. I didn't start the app, so the speed and everything isn't updating. I need to do that real quick. Uh-huh. Really? I mean, no. I want to ride today, and I don't have, where did it go? I don't have much time to ride probably before I gotta go pick girl up. So, I'm actually not sure. Took me a while to get everything set up. I'm not sure when she wants to be picked up. I might actually only have like a little over 30 minutes to ride. Which is, this isn't that much out of the way than driving into town to pick her up, so that's still worth it, probably, for driving here. It might not be that entertaining to stream, but that's the only bad thing. Wait, opposed to what? Why am I missing? Why is chat no work? Come on. This feels weird so far. Since I was going tubeless, I figured I'd get used to riding with not much air in my tire. I don't know if it's leaked down. I didn't actually check it. You know, I said earlier it seemed like it was leaking, maybe a slight bit, but I aired it up to like 20 pounds, which is less than I normally ride. And I actually aired my back tire down to 20 pounds. Oh, that's really old. Okay. I missed the collab stream, mountain biking stream. So Shaken, we have, if you don't want to buy a bike, you know, that other one, you've ridden it, but I've tried to give that to you where you could just have it and own your own mountain bike. So that you can still have that if you want it, or you can go spend some money and buy something actually more worth riding. Right. My seat was too high. No, it's not. Oh, just to have one. Usually big cushy or ride a lot. My bikes, both of them hurt my butt. You ride in the spring when you're not used to riding, you're like, oh my gosh, you can't sit down the next day or something. But once you get used to it, it's fine. Now my butt never even gets sore bike riding. That's what it seems like so far. I'm riding this slow because I'm not used to riding. I haven't ridden this since the winter when it wasn't dry, but I seem to be getting really, really good traction. Which, I mean, I don't ride at 60. I think I used to ride at 60 when you rode with me a lot, like years ago. I usually ride at I usually keep about 30 or 35 in them, which I guess 35 is maybe okay, but 30 is maybe okay, but 35 is, I guess, really, really high compared to what people usually have in mountain bikes. 30, you can't see your tire squish. 20, I can see my front tire squish down a little bit. So here's another pump track. I think they were redoing it last time I was here. Huh. So is this the trail? They have two signs here. Is this the trail that the cougar has been on? Recent cougar activity in the area. All right, I'm going down boot camp, and that seems to be the place you go to get eaten by cougars. Oh, there's a single person riding that ourselves. So it doesn't seem like anyone's actually getting eaten. Right. We don't see what? I see. Is that a name of a cougar that I don't know? Maybe for a few days or for a day, we could go mountain biking. Well, I'm gonna stop and catch you a chat. I'm lost. Yeah, I know that. And I guess who Saria named is a cougar. That kind of cougar. Which is what I was wondering, but still confused. No, I do not. Explodes into dust. Spreads everywhere. But we can't glue it back together. Glue all the dust back together. Okay, awesome, awesome. And my phone is slid around and it keeps turning around where it's under the handlebars hanging down. Like I'm gonna shake it off my handlebars. Almost crashed into that tree. I almost hung my pedal on it. Kind of bumpy. I think I should have aired up my rear shock more because I have that backpack on, so I have a whole bunch of weight on my back and it's really sinking a lot on some of these bumps when I go down, like too much, like taking all my momentum. So far this is nice. I like my, maybe it doesn't roll quite as easy, but it doesn't really matter if you go around curves and not just slow down so much because you actually get traction, you can keep more of your momentum. And it doesn't matter if you don't roll quite as easy going up hills. I don't either, so probably the same reason if you don't know them because of that. Because I don't know, I know like who Harrison Ford is and like a few other people. And other than that, I don't know who anybody is. Like, yeah, they've maintained them. When I've been here before, I don't know why that goes off like that. I don't know how it's supposed to go. When I've been here in the summer before, they've actually, they get really loose in the summer. When I've been here before in the summer, like the downhill part I went down first, a lot of times they would like spray out the water to keep it from getting dusty. So it was still like packed down in the summer. This year it doesn't look like they've sprayed it at all. Like this part, because I rode up when I first got here, I rode up here and I went down that way. And normally that's not all so loose and deep. Yeah, pretty much, probably mostly the same. Like movies like Star Wars that I watched a whole bunch of, like I know who some of those people are, like Harrison Ford. I knew who played Leia and I forgot their name. And then just a few other people. Mostly people, yeah, did movies back in the 2010s. And only the really popular ones. And then don't know anybody since then. Let me get my phone out real quick. I think Beryl messaged me. I want to see what she wants. 6:12. Hello.
Mind if I go?
No, that's fine. Yeah. I'm just trying to find my USB cable again. Where'd it go? I want to plug my phone back in. I wish, this isn't a very functional setup when I'm waiting for someone to message me, because the phone that my iPhone, I can't set all this up through its hotspot. It does, dumb Apple stuff. Like, I mostly like my iPhone. It's less buggy in my Android phone, but when it comes to running a hotspot, some of all my other stuff won't connect to each other through it. So I have to use my Android phone, and that makes it power hungry, so I gotta keep it plugged up. So I can't just like stick it in my pocket where it's easy to get to. So I stick it in my side backpack pocket, which I can just barely reach if I stretch my arm all the way around behind me. So I have to do that if I want to check. I can see the messages on my watch, but if I want to respond and read and everything, I have to get my phone out, fish it out. I'll go this way this time, down the other, downhill area. Oh, that collapsed. This has a bunch of fun humps to go down. And some jumps that you can get more error than I know how to handle if you don't watch out. Really fun. Oh, they put a sign here now. Usually coming down here, boot camp that I just did starts way off over there at the edge of the clearing, and it's not obvious where it goes. So now they have to start a boot camp. It says to start a boot camp on this bench. Oh yeah, you didn't do that last time because it said it has mandatory jumps, which you can see there's a bunch of 2 humps where you go up the first and get air and land on the second, but there's no gap, so none of them are mandatory. I don't actually know if she wants me to pick her up. She hadn't really said when she wanted me to pick her up. Well, she did this morning kind of change her mind. I might need to head back pretty much now if she wants me to pick her up. Then, or I might have time to ride one more trail. So I just messaged her to try to find out, and I'll do this while we wait. You remember these fish? This is a little short trail that comes up here, and then the jumps you can go down. I can't do jumps good with this backpack on. One thing, this one that I ordered today doesn't have a waist strap, so there's nothing that keeps it from bouncing. But I can go down them, just not get a massive amount of air. I don't want to get enough of my gear to. I am gear to down enough to do that. All right. I can't really get much air at all. My backpack bounces so much. I got quite a bit of air on the first one. Oh, and there's another trail. We went up there and went down another trail where you rode up and you rode down, and it was like a beginner trail. Well, there's another one up there. I got both wheels just barely up the first one, and my backpack just bounced way freaking up and slammed back down. And then I'm like, wait, I'm gonna break stuff if I let it sling around like that and just slam into my back. So I didn't get any air the second two. I didn't think about that. I wasn't really planning on doing jumps today. If I want to do jumps, I need to take my other backpack that has a waist strap, and then I can strap it down where it doesn't bounce around on my back. Recent cougar activity. They don't have that many on other signs. So, okay, that's the do not enter. So down this way. Oh yeah, so honey badger is what we did. Now, I've gone down Ryan's Eternal Flow. It says it's intermediate, but it is terrifying. Like, it just goes down this valley and goes up and down the valley. So the downhills, I have to drop my seat all the way down so I don't go over the handlebars. And then the uphill on the other side, you really, if you stop, I don't know if you'd be able to walk your bike up it. It's so steep. Or at least I don't know if I would be able to with bike shoes. You pretty much just, it's really, really fun. You just go flying down this hill, and then you have enough momentum to go back up the other one, and then it's like just a sharp curve and you go right back down. It's just like a roller coaster. The first time I did it, it was just freaked me out because I didn't know what it was. And I just start down this hill and I had my seat up and I just almost went over the handlebars. And then it has signs all on it to not stop on the trail, so people flying down and hit you. But I got up to a group of kids that were stopping on every single turn. So then the rest of it, I never got any momentum really. I don't know. Okay, so there it is right there. Ryan's Eternal Flow free ride bike trail. Do I want to try it? I know I can do it. Now doing it with this much weight on my back might be slightly harder. I'm sure I can anyways. I think honey badger is back there. I went past it. I do, yeah. I'm like, it's one of those that you have to, easy, no chance that I'll crash if I commit. If I don't commit, I'm screwed. So I'm like going through my, like, I'll do Honey Badger and then ride back up here and do it if I want, I guess. Having to think about it this long doesn't seem like it's as likely that I'll commit doing it. I have ridden mountain bike trails so little this year that like I don't. My 26-inch bike, I knew how it handled. This bike, I'll like ride one summer just enough where I start to learn it. Muscle memory days of the next spring. HDMI freak out? Barry's horrible in this area. I didn't realize it's so bad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Alright, so Veryl just messaged me back. I have about 15 more minutes I can ride. Oh, but I probably need to leave here in 15 minutes. So I guess I have time to like do these a few times, and then I'll have just enough time to go back and put my bike on the car, which is fine. I was gonna try to do a long ride today, and then I spent so much time on my cube setting this up that I wouldn't get a really long one. So I thought, well, if I could come over here and ride for at least like 45 minutes, that'd be worth the drive. And get a few nice rides in. My legs are still a little bit sore today from riding the other day. Or maybe mostly stiff. I don't know if I have cell service on this trail because it is already bad and it goes down into a even more of a valley-ish. All right, keep going down this way. Caution drop. Oh, I remember. If you don't want to die, you go down this section. All right. No stopping on trail. All right, here's the suicide part. It's not as steep as I remembered. I guess it seems steeper when it said no stopping, but I lost momentum and I had my foot all the way, my seat all the way down. Can I go down this part without going over? Yeah, it's not that bad. Oh, okay, I fucked up. And I'm doing what I did last time because I got behind the other people. Once you lose momentum, then it's hard to keep going. I guess I should have went on that other little one right there that cut by. No, my right knee still bothers me enough where if I fine, there's no one behind me anyways. My right knee still bothers me enough where if I'm standing up with my knees really cramped, it's just kind of too much for it. Like, I can go up a hill standing up, but if I'm going down something like that and the hills, like, uh-oh, okay, my seat was up. Yeah. I mean, I think I could pedal it if I did it correctly. I was riding my brakes a little bit going down the downhills because they look steeper until you get on them and then you're like, oh, they're not that steep. Which they tell you not to stop on it so you don't like make people run into you. But I was listening the whole time and making sure people weren't coming behind me. So I could have dove off the trail. It wasn't ideal, but I also don't think I was about to kill anybody. So the problem there is, I think oh, this goes the same way as the other trail. This just switched back so it's not steep. So what I was doing back there was letting my seat all the way down, and to make sure I didn't go over the handlebars, putting my butt all the way on the seat. And he had stood up before I started going downhill or uphill. Like if I knew, had better timing of where the downhill ended and stood up, then where I stood up and then I had to start pedaling, it'd be fine. But what I did was didn't stand up in time. Like one of those hills I pedaled up, one of them, my right knee just gave out. And I kind of sat back down in the seat and tried to pedal sitting down. And then just couldn't. I was too cramped up from my seat being all the way down. So I probably could, in my current physical state, if I did it perfectly. Whew. It took a little longer than I was expecting, but I have 10 minutes. I should leave in like 10 minutes, so I guess I'll go ahead and ride out. Oh, actually, okay, actually Carol doesn't want me to pick her up. She changed her mind. So I actually have time to do a whole entire another trail. Right now I feel too overheated from doing what I just did. Because it's freaking humid here today. So I'm gonna drink more water. And then I guess do another trail. Well, I was riding downhill standing up on all of those. Well, I was sitting on the seat some because there I guess I was kind of sitting down because I was pushing down on the seat with my butt a little bit. But like, no, the stuff I rode when I first got here, I stood up on all of it. But even that stuff, I have a hard time. I let my seat down and I go down all of it standing up, but then I have a hard time to pedal. I can go downhill fine if I'm not pedaling. Because like my weight spreads out, on both legs. But standing up pedaling, you put all your weight on one leg, and then, all your weight on the other leg. I guess you can keep some weight on the back pedal that's going up if you, swirl your feet around enough, but I'm not good enough to do that consistently. So, and then sometimes when I get all my weight on my right leg, it gives out. It doesn't normally give out. I just keep like I can ride, it's kind of weird. I can ride further than I used to be able to before I ever dislocated my knee and it started hurting. Like even today it's easier, but oh, this feels like air conditioning when you ride a little bit. Like my muscles are in better shape. My knee, the joint just doesn't feel as strong still. And it'll start getting stronger. But then I'll twist it or like go like a week or two and not be able to exercise enough and it starts getting tired again. Is that it? Or is it? Okay, right here. I was gonna do moving on. I like the other intermediate trail more, but it's a little bit longer and I don't know if I have time to get around it. I still have all my exercises. I had been doing them again and got my knee better, and then Um, Stopped doing them, and then have just twisted it a few times since then and stuff. And if I bike ride a few times in a week, it gets a lot better. It's just driving kind of hurts it. Taking Beryl to work and back, I have to drive through traffic a lot, so it's just constantly stopping and going. Like putting your foot on the brake and then gas and brake, and I kind of have to twist my leg up because I'm so dang freaking tall, and that irritates it. It kind of twists my knee driving through traffic and I do that like about an hour a day. So like an hour a day of driving through rush hour traffic, sometimes an hour and a half or 2 hours a day, depending on traffic, is enough to make it start bothering me. And then there's other stuff I'll do sometimes. Whoa, I just handled that route good with my lower, like 20-pound PSI front tire. It's bothering me today. It wasn't bad. I did a bunch of Fitbeat, and I bike rode yesterday, 2 days ago, and it wasn't bothering me. But then, yesterday, Beryl wanted me to. Wait, which way did I go? That's faded out, but I think that's a Black Diamond part, and the other one goes this way. Yesterday, Beryl wanted me to. So she was riding the e-bike home from work until she destroyed her legs, and they've never gotten better. So she gets me to massage them sometimes. Usually she lays down on her bed, which is a foam mat on the floor, because she decided she sleeps on that better than a mattress. So if I massage her there, I basically crawl around on the floor on my knees from one side to the other or whatever, depending on if I'm massaging the sides of her legs or whatever. And yesterday I twisted my knee. It kind of bothers them anyways, crawling around on the floor. But then if I do it too long, then it gets angry. So like, it wasn't actually bad until last night. They're mostly fine. I just do a lot of stuff that I just shouldn't do if I wanted it to get completely better. Mostly just stuff like driving a car, crawling around on the floor, which I guess stuff I need to do, or stuff that I think I should be able to do. And most days I can, but then one day it'll be like, if I drive a car for 2 hours and crawl around on the floor or something, it's just a little bit too much.
More difficult and most difficult. It's weird. I would think the intermediate would be less difficult and the black diamond would be more difficult. But the intermediate is more difficult, and there's nothing lower than that. And then there's most difficult, the black diamond. Well, I really do get a lot better traction on some of this stuff. Like that was something I thought my front wheel was gonna kind of wash out because I didn't take the trail right, the curve right, and got in deep gravel, but it just got traction. Yeah, so they just named them like that. Or just call it more difficult or most difficult to try to keep it all consistent, I guess, is what they're trying to do. Oh, I just hung my GoPro. I didn't see that tree until I felt it pulling on the camera. Well, it didn't disconnect. Yeah, that makes sense. Usually go down that log, but I didn't realize it was there until I started going down it. That was fun. I like that trail. I'm a lot better at riding than last time I rode that trail. There's a couple places I stopped on, but last time I did that, I didn't ride. I rode a lot more in that than I did gravel roads, but I have still been riding more this year. Oh, I might be kind of in the way here. All this stuff seems kind of fun. The jumps, but I haven't had it. Jumps. Fun. Whoa, did you see that? Did the camera look that far over? That you get so much air in those jumps. I geared up and forgot about this, and it's really loose. So let's see. I guess I should go ahead in the car now. This, let's see, 650. Yeah, I guess I should. So, that's fun. I got to do one more trout.
Just for a little bit. Just to gain speed.
Are they racing each other up the hill? Yeah, it looks like it. I'm passing on your left. So there's another intermediate trail you can do. I don't actually know though, that might be one of those other trails I already did, but it cuts over to it. But I think it's a separate trail. I always forget about it because I just see it cutting off to the road when I'm always headed out and then I don't have time to ride it. So that's where boot camp runs in. I think the other thing is a different trail. Right here. So you can go down this road, or you can come out here where I first came in at, and go out this way. And it has some nice kind of jumps, or humps to go up and down. There, now I got enough momentum to just coast up and down. All of those, if you do them right, you can kind of ride it like a pump track, where you can just keep yourself going just from pulling your handlebars up and down, like you do on a pump track, kind of. E-bike shenanigans. He looked like he almost crashed when he came down from the Lily. I think when I went on the back well around. Anyway, this is fun bike ride. My knee does feel better now than it did when I started. That's nice. So they have one cougar sign right there, and then just a couple over by boot camp. Boot camp does go on kind of other side of the park. I wonder if people's only seen them on that one side. Cool. You can. Oh, it's really late there. It's 7 here. Hope you had a nice time watching. Let's see. Should I stream driving any or stop here? Probably just should go ahead and stop here so I don't have to stop. On the way or whatever, because I'm going to be on the interstate most of the time. So I think I'll go ahead and load the bike up and all that. And then go find someone to raid. Alrighty. Man, it hadn't been, it's cool today and the other day when I mountain biked, but it's really humid. Like it had gone a few months without raining, and then it rained a bunch over the weekend. Like Friday, it just rained the whole day. I don't know how much it actually rained. When I looked at the forecast before Friday, it said it could rain up to an inch or two, which is a lot for here. But anyways, it's been humid since then, especially like under the trees, like on the trails. It hasn't dried out much. Like it's, well, or at least not near as much as it had been. So like, it almost feels like the southeast. Like I have a sweat just running down my arms right now, which I'm not used to here. Most of the time here, it's not like, you know, Colorado dry, but it's dry enough that the sweat evaporates off of you as fast as you sweat, pretty much. Part of the trails and in this parking lot feels like I mean, if I actually went to the southeast, I'd probably think this was dry. But compared to here, it feels like how it normally is here. This feels like breathing in soup. That's cool. My tire didn't leak down at all. I guess I did a good job setting it up tubeless. So I'll probably just do the other one. I don't really understand. People said that they handle differently. I think it mashes in differently. Like, I guess maybe since the tube's round, it makes it hold more rounded shape. I might also be imagining it, but this one, it seems like it mashes down more, so the tread just, it smooshes down more at the very bottom. That's what I was just saying. I think I like it a lot more. Hi, Katsy. Yeah. If it's kind of, I got the flat tire last time, I think you were watching then. So I set this up tubeless today. So I kind of did a short ride because it took me a while to do that because I hadn't ever done that before. And I think it rides better. Like I saw people on the internet, some people say they handled better. It kind of looks to me like my back tire, I put it 20 pounds also. But they both mash down differently. Like the back one seems to hold more of a rounded shape still, which I guess makes sense since the tube's kind of round. I know it stretches, but it might mostly stay round. And the front one seems to keep more tread on the ground. I don't know if that makes any sense. I just figured tubes would just stretch and hold the shape of the tire, but it does seem like it might actually make your handling a little different. But I'm also not used to riding them with only 20 pounds of pressure in them. Oh, yeah, because it's the tube and the tire instead of just the tire. What? Look, look, look at this. It's moss or something from a tree. It was stuck all over the microphone for my GoPro. I guess when I hit one of the trees. But yeah, so far I like it. I can't tell. My gosh. Hello. I think it was HDMI stuff going on because I took my helmet off and that made the wires move around, so I switched to my phone. So it's not just like doing that while I'm trying to talk. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead. I can't find, after doing one ride, I can't find any bad thing about the tubeless tire. Now, if it like leaks down overnight or something, maybe, but since I didn't just beat the pressure out of it, going over all those bumps, I don't think it'll leak down. Or at least probably not much. So as long as it still has air next time I want to ride, I'll probably just go ride one more time on it and then convert the back one to tubeless, because I think I'd be way less likely to get flats. I was really just going to wait at first, I thought, and wait until I get a flat and have to replace tube and then make it tubeless, but it's kind of annoying having to do that out on the trail. And I mostly get flats but from blackberry bushes and stuff. And those are usually, the holes are small enough, I think the sealant will probably seal them up. And so it'd be worth it converting it to tubeless before I really need to do anything, just so I don't have to mess with it out on the trail and I can just, you know, do it at home. So that's pretty nice. Did I miss any other chat while I wasn't looking at it? I don't think so. Yeah, Sarah, I still kind of want to change the reconnecting thing where it says
you know, has a burrito on it or something, or says something about me getting the burrito getting me. The burrito drone. Who am I gonna raid? Oh, I forgot. I hadn't locked the bike on the car. I should do that before I forget. You know, raid some. Alright, this. I have one of those locks that just like stays tight. It like, you know, ratchets down, and it could slip if you lock it. If it loses some tension, it can't like let go. So even so, I lock them on even if I'm not gonna stop someplace where I'm worried about someone, like, because you could just take the front wheel off and get the bike off the car. That doesn't keep anyone from stealing it, really. Makes it slightly harder, like they have to take the front wheel off, but mostly to keep the bike from coming off the car. Freaking heck, these jokes. I'm gonna raid Namaki, Streaming Peak. It's kind of, I've watched him stream Peak a few times, and it's pretty fun to watch. Usually he's playing with like Lup Lup and a few other people. I don't know who he's playing with tonight. So I think I'll raid him. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Hope you all had a nice time watching. I might stream tomorrow, or it might be Monday or Tuesday before I stream again. I'll try to do at least a short one tomorrow, afternoon or something. I would like to play some more Beat Saber before, like, next week, so I might try to do that in the middle of the afternoon. I don't know. I bought it. It's bought and it's downloaded. So I don't know when I'm playing. That's a good question. But anyways, bye everyone. I'll see you all later, whenever next time I stream. The raid's probably gonna start in a minute, so I think Fish always told you didn't have time. That she didn't have time.